Each of these cases paints a chilling picture of lives disrupted by one common factor: driving under the influence. From erratic crashes to heartbreaking fatalities, these stories are stark reminders of how one bad decision can spiral out of control. On January 9, 2023, officers raced to the scene of a tragic crash after a panicked 911 call from a concerned citizen. The caller's urgency painted a grim picture, prompting a swift response to assess the situation and ensure everyone's safety.
Yeah. Ma'am? Here we go. Sarasota Police Department.
When officers arrived, they found a woman behind the wheel, visibly shaken and struggling to compose herself. Her anxious demeanor and disoriented state immediately raised red flags. As they approached her vehicle, the pieces of the puzzle began to fall into place.
I live in,
Ma'am? Ma'am, Sarasota Police Department, Officer Gilbert.
I'm sorry.
What's going on?
While inspecting the vehicle for damage, officers spotted an open container of alcohol in plain sight. When asked if she had been drinking, the woman admitted she was drunk, her confession confirmed by the strong smell of alcohol emanating from the car.
What's going on? What have you been drinking?
Yeah.
Where?
Her erratic behavior and conflicting explanations only deepened the officer's suspicions. She seemed unable or unwilling to provide a clear account of the crash. As the questioning continued, it became evident she was far too impaired to make sense of the events.
What are you doing down here?
I was going to a meeting.
Yeah, what meeting?
Heading off, plane received report, SOT copy coming.
A meeting for
The officers asked her to step out of the vehicle for further questioning. She staggered to the roadside, swaying unsteadily as she pleaded for mercy.
You're gonna step out of the car and we're gonna walk to my car.
You're gonna take me home?
Nope. Come on, we're not going home yet. I'll grab all that stuff. Just hold on. I'll grab that stuff. All right? Just come on out.
Trying to keep her calm, the officers explained that they needed to conduct a field sobriety test. Despite agreeing, she was unable to stand without losing her balance, repeatedly stumbling and swaying. Each failed attempt painted a clearer picture of her condition.
I don't think I'm okay.
No?
No. Okay. I think I'm not okay.
Sherry, do you think you can try and stand here for a moment? We
No.
can try and do this exercise?
No, I can't.
Okay. All right, Sherry.
With the open container, her slurred speech and erratic behavior, the evidence was undeniable. She was driving under the influence. The officer made the decision to arrest her on the spot. She was handcuffed, placed in the back of the patrol car, and transported to the station.
Think you can try any of the other exercises that I was going to try and tell you about?
No.
Or do you not think you can do any of them
No, I don't
right
think
now?
I can.
Okay. All right, so based on my observations,
Oh my God.
you're under arrest for driving under the influence, okay? Here, let go of your hands. Let go of your hands.
Relax, just relax.
Just relax. There you go. Just hold them just like that, okay? I'm going to put the handcuffs on just over your jacket so that it don't cut it.
At the police station, further questioning revealed she had violated multiple traffic laws, including reckless driving and DUI. The investigation confirmed she had been operating her vehicle while dangerously intoxicated. In court, the woman faced formal charges of reckless driving, DUI, and violating traffic laws. The evidence was damning. The open container, her erratic behavior, and her inability to provide a coherent account of the crash. The legal consequences were severe, serving as a stark reminder of the dangers of driving under the influence. At 7 a.m., a call came into the local sheriff's office reporting a hit-and-run accident. The suspect, an elementary school teacher. Witnesses claimed the teacher, visibly intoxicated, crashed into a car before fleeing the scene and driving straight to her school. What unfolded next would leave everyone stunned.
Thank you for coming. Good morning.
You
Pretty good.
doing okay? No injuries?
No.
Until it beeps or I tell you to stop.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Really? That's over twice the legal limit to be driving.
Officers arrived at the school armed with dashcam footage and a detailed description of the suspect and her vehicle. The teacher, unaware they already had evidence against her, calmly met with the officers in the lobby. Her story, full of contradictions.
Yeah, they told me to meet here in the front lobby. I don't. So, of course, I didn't look at the name, but they drive a brown Traverse.
Oh, I don't know who drives a brown Traverse.
Okay, now who's my caller?
She claimed someone hit her car, but when pressed about why she didn't stop, her answers began to fall apart. Despite her denials, it was clear something wasn't right.
So what happened?
Well, I was taking a left on that corner right there, and then somebody hit me, and then I went down the road, and then they never stopped.
Okay, so why didn't you stop when I saw you turn right onto 76th Street from Kalamazoo? Why didn't you stop then?
I just went home.
Why? You obviously saw me, saw the other car there. Why wouldn't you stop then?
I guess I didn't know it was the same accident.
Okay.
During the conversation, officers detected a strong smell of alcohol on her breath. When asked, she insisted she hadn't had anything to drink that morning. She claimed she had a couple glasses of wine the previous night, but her nervous demeanor raised even more suspicion. The officers asked her to take a preliminary breath test. Reluctantly, she agreed.
When's the last time you had anything alcohol to drink?
Oh.
This morning?
Oh, no. No, last night.
Last night?
Yeah.
What time last night?
8 o'clock.
Blowing into the breathalyzer, the teacher confidently claimed she was fine. The result? A shocking 0.16% blood alcohol content, over twice the legal limit for driving. She looked stunned. "I don't feel drunk," she protested, but the evidence was irrefutable.
All you gotta do is just blow in here until it beeps at you or I tell you to stop.
That's fine.
I'll hold on to it so that way you don't break it.
Yep.
Until it beeps or I tell you to stop.
Oh, okay.
Until I tell you to stop.
Oh, okay. I've never done this before, so.
Yeah, that's fine. Just blow into it like you were until it beeps or I tell you to stop. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Nothing.
What's that? All right. What's that?
There's nothing on me.
Really?
Well, no.
That's over twice the legal limit to be driving.
Really? Huh. I don't feel anything, so.
You don't feel anything?
No.
Faced with the results, she finally confessed. She went home to take a drink after the crash because she was too shaken. However, officers pointed out a glaring problem. Her blood alcohol levels suggested she had been intoxicated before the crash, making her claims impossible to believe.
They hit me, and I was very scared, and I went home.
And when you went home, is that when you drank or is that?
Well, no. I mean,
You probably had a couple, didn't you?
No. 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock?
3 o'clock.
After confirming the timeline and reviewing the evidence, the officer placed her under arrest for DUI. Her role as an educator only made the situation worse. Driving drunk, fleeing the scene, and putting others at risk didn't just tarnish her reputation, it set a dangerous example.
I asked you if you've had anything to drink after the crash.
No.
You said no.
No, that's not
All right. And so that means you had to drink everything before the crash. All right. So at that point, we can basically establish that you were intoxicated at the time of the crash.
It started like any other traffic stop. A driver speeding at 55 in a 35 mph zone. The officer pulled the car over, ready to issue a warning. But in an instant, the situation escalated into something far more dangerous.
Hello.
It's just me.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was going fast.
Yeah, you're going 55,
Oh my God.
35. What's the hurry tonight?
Trying to get home. No
Okay.
big hurry. Here go my insurance.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
As the officer stood by the car, a loud crash echoed through the night. Another vehicle slammed into the back of the police cruiser. Shaken but unharmed, the officer quickly turned his attention to the new vehicle. The driver, a woman, seemed disoriented and unsure of what had just happened.
2163 radio. I just had somebody slam into the back of my cruiser. Start me another car. Stop!
How could the driver not see the cop's car and the flashing lights? The officer went over to the car and the driver was a woman. Luckily, no one was hurt, so he just requested her documents and her car key after asking her to kill the engine.
I'll be back with you in just a minute. Just stay here. In fact, why don't you hand me the keys for your car?
They won't come out.
Okay. Well, just leave it in park for me, okay?
As the officer questioned her, the smell of alcohol became impossible to ignore. The woman admitted to having one beer, but her slurred speech and unsteady demeanor told a different story.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
I've had, one beer.
One beer? How many shots?
0 shots.
No shots? Okay. You take any medication for anything?
I take occasional.
She revealed that she had been at a bar earlier, dealing with personal issues involving her boyfriend.
Why is that?
Because I have a very difficult relationship with my boyfriend.
Okay.
And
So you guys are having issues?
well,
A little bit
yes,
tonight anyways?
But also they're
To ensure she was safe to drive, the officer conducted a series of field sobriety tests. It quickly became evident she wasn't. She stumbled in her high heels, struggled to follow instructions, and couldn't maintain her balance. At one point, the officer had to stop the test to prevent her from falling.
Keep your arms down like I told you, all right?
Okay, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Okay.
9, 8.
The officer had seen enough. He told her she was under arrest for operating a vehicle while intoxicated, placing her in handcuffs. She protested weakly, insisting she'd only had a little drink and a stressful night. But her test result told a different story. It was far over the legal limit.
I'll tell you what. You know, at this point, we're not going to go any further, okay? Because you can hardly stand. I don't think it's safe to try and keep going. So you're under arrest for operating a vehicle while intoxicated. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to an attorney to have that attorney present with you prior to any questioning.
A routine evening turned into a devastating nightmare when officers responded to a crash that would change lives forever. Behind the wheel was a young woman who claimed she had just started her night. What followed was a series of shocking revelations.
Just hang tight right here. Has anybody gotten all your information?
No one has. Someone, your friend took my license.
Do you have a driver's license?
Your friend took my license.
Okay. I'm just gonna write it down here.
Okay.
Just let you know I got body cameras. Okay.
Information for person on scene for reconstruction. Is that okay if I give it to you?
What is your first name?
STEPHANIE.
At the scene, the officer encountered the driver, Stephanie, visibly shaken and trying to explain what had happened. Her story quickly unraveled as officers examined the shattered windshield of her car, and the grim reality emerged. 2 people had been struck down by her vehicle.
Middle initial?
I don't have one.
Okay, and last name?
Melgoza, MELGOZA. Phone number.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you,
While seated in the officer's car, she insisted she was driving cautiously when someone walked out of nowhere. That resulted in her hitting the person, and she called 911 right away.
I got out, I called you, and then everyone else came out, so I kind of just let them come and take over the situation.
Okay.
But I promise you, I only know one person got hit, and I'm just like, they came out of nowhere because a safe driver.
I get it.
Stephanie admitted she had been drinking earlier in the night, claiming it was only 3 drinks, but her slurred speech, bloodshot eyes, and unsteady movements painted a different picture.
Over the course of the night, how much have you had to drink?
I probably had about 3 drinks.
What is 3 drinks? Are we talking, what type of drinks?
Just vodka.
Vodka? Straight vodka or mixed drinks?
Vodka and water, so I was staying hydrated, and drinking.
Field sobriety tests confirmed the worst. She struggled to follow basic instructions, stumbled repeatedly, and failed every test.
Okay, I got it.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead and begin the test, okay?
Okay. 1,000, is that what it is?
You drop your foot, lift it right back up, keep going where you left off.
1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7.
When asked to blow into a breathalyzer, Stephanie hesitated but complied. The results were staggering: 0.264, more than 3 times the legal limit. The officer informed her of the gravity of the situation. She was under arrest for DUI and reckless homicide.
A little bit harder for me, a little bit harder. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay.
Go to Bradley.
You're a Bradley student?
I graduate in 4 weeks.
You're a .264, okay? All right.
At police precinct, Stephanie seemed unable to grasp the severity of what had happened. When told her car was totaled and she wouldn't be attending school the next day, her response was shockingly nonchalant.
Oh, hey, you never answered me about my car. I have school tomorrow, so how do I get my car for tomorrow?
Well, your car is totaled.
It's what?
Your car is totaled.
Totaled?
Totaled, wrecked.
Okay, so how do I get it to your school?
You don't.
The officer's reply was blunt. He made it clear to her that she isn't going to school and that her car is part of a crime scene.
So, I don't go to school tomorrow, is what you're telling me?
No, ma'am. You want me to be honest with you? You're going to jail, you don't have a bond, you killed 2 people tonight. I don't think you understand that.
Even as the officer repeated the charges, reckless homicide and aggravated DUI, Stephanie remained oblivious, asking questions about her professors and talking about her future plans. The officer's frustration boiled over. He's appalled by the fact that she cares less that she killed 2 people with her car.
Sure, you know my professors are doing okay. I can go back to school for a while or what? Because I graduate in 4 weeks. I need to do that.
I don't know.
Well, you can give me advice. That would
Well, to be quite frankly, I'm a little more concerned about the 2 people that are dead right now.
Her casual attitude toward the tragedy left the officer stunned. As the investigation continued, the evidence was undeniable. 2 lives were lost due to her recklessness, and she now faced the full weight of the law.
You're going to jail for reckless homicide tonight. You're going to jail for aggravated DUI for killing 2 people. That's what's going on. So no, you're not going to school tomorrow. You're not getting your car out of impound.
On this evening, the police were called to a scene where a car had veered off the road and come to rest precariously close to train tracks. Fluids leaked from the vehicle, and the airbag had deployed. Approaching the driver, a young woman named Rosemary, the cops' primary concern was ensuring she was uninjured and safely away from the vehicle.
On the track.
It's all right. Just get out of the car for me, okay? You're okay. I just need you to get out of the car, okay? Are you injured? Just step over here. Okay, just step over here. Belmar, just send me EMS.
The policeman asked her to step out of the vehicle, maintaining a calm but firm tone. Rosie, dazed and shaky, complied, muttering about her mother and how upset she'd be. The officer gently guided her to the side of the road and called for EMS as a precaution.
I have fluids on the roadway as well if you could start fire. Just have a seat here, hon. Come here. What's your name?
Rosie.
Okay, just have a seat.
10-4.
I'm gonna call my mom. Okay, all right. We'll get it taken care of, okay?
Once away from the car, Rosie admitted to having been drinking with friends earlier in the night. The cop's concern shifted to her potential level of intoxication. He asked her how much she had to drink. Although she hesitated before answering, she admitted she had some drinks with her friends.
What's your name, hon?
Rosie.
Rosie? How much you had to drink tonight?
I met up with my friends and I had 2 drinks with them.
Okay.
So bad.
Okay. What I say?
Now, it was time for field sobriety tests. Rosie struggled to follow instructions, arguing with the officer rather than attempting to walk a straight line. After giving her enough tolerance, the policeman stopped the test early.
Nope, hold on, I didn't tell you to start the test yet. I was just trying to put you in the starting position, okay? You're going to put your left foot down on a straight line, and you're going to put your right foot down directly in front of your left foot, touching heel to toe. All right, so why don't you go ahead and do that?
Does it matter?
Eventually, Bennett informed Rosemary that she was under arrest for driving under the influence. She couldn't believe it, but she asked for it though.
Okay, turn around and put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for DUI.
Seriously?
Yes, ma'am. You've had a little too much to drink today. Do you have anything in your pockets or anything like that?
I have a shooter in here.
In here? Okay.
Yep.
How is it in the front pocket?
Yep.
Once at the police station, Rosemary's frustration spilled out. This doesn't matter. Nothing does. Just let me call my mom, she pleaded, tears streaming down her face. The policewoman who patted her explained the process, assuring her she'd be able to contact someone in due course.
Nothing does. I just was about to call my mom, but I guess I'll wait till I'm allowed to.
Yeah, they gotta do their thing and then.
Right. They gotta wait till they beat everybody up.
At the station, Officer Bennett read Rosemary her rights and explained the law's requirements regarding breath tests. Her initial resistance was followed by reluctant compliance. Fine, I'll do the breath test, she muttered. The test confirmed her intoxication level exceeded the legal limit.
Refusal. Now I ask you again, will you submit samples of your breath?
Yeah, if I can be charged.
Okay.
I guess you're...
Take your shoes off. Take your shoes off, take your nose rings off.
What followed was a routine booking process, though Rosemary's agitation remained. She protested about removing jewelry and became increasingly emotional.
Earrings, everything has to
can't
come
take
off.
my nose rings off.
They all have to come off.
I can't take my nose rings off. I can do a breath sample, but I cannot take my fucking nose rings off.
Nope, we're past that point.
Bennett maintained professionalism throughout, gently walking her to her designated cell room. Eventually, she would be charged to court according to her crimes, or perhaps she may be released on bond.
Okay. Do you have somebody you can call to come get you? M4.